Coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the LA Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, or the SCHSHL. I'm Ryan Brannigan. Tonight's first of 3 games features 2 of the top teams in the freshman division. The undefeated 6-0 St. Anthony's Friars and the 4-1 East Islip Chiefs. East Islip are coming off a 5-3 win against then 4-1, now 4-2 KPC Kings Park Comac. And offense, and more offense for East Islip. They have scored double-digit goals in 3 out of 5 games this season and are averaging a whopping 8.2 goals per game. Chris Blaschuk and Jordan Haynes tie for the team's lead in points with 12 in 5 games played, which are good for 5th most in the SCHSHL freshman division, with 1 to 2 less games played than the rest of the teams. Their only loss came at the hands of the Smithtown Hauppauge Red freshman team by a score of 4-2. St. Anthony's, meanwhile, on the other side of the ice. They are a perfect 6-0 with their closest contest coming against that very Smithtown Hauppauge Red team, narrowly winning 5-4. Those 4 goals scored by Smithtown Hauppauge Red accounted for 4 of the 5 goals allowed by St. Anthony's all season. And they're doing it at both ends of the ice. St. Anthony's are also averaging a crazy 8 goals per game. Dylan Schlicht has 12 points in 6 games played, leading the way for the Friars, which is also tied for 5th most in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League freshman division. His team leading 10 goals is good for 4th most in the division. We're going to step aside and come back and be ready for puck drop. You're listening to Suffolk County High School Hockey League hockey on LI Sports Network. Back live at the rinks in Hauppauge, where the crowd, the faithful, finishing off the national anthem here tonight. And again, we're set for a great matchup here tonight. 2 of the top teams in the freshman division. 6-0 St. Anthony's Friars, 4-1 East Islip Chiefs. And now we're going to take a closer look at the goaltending matchup here tonight. It's going to be for East Islip, number 27, Joseph Azar. And in net for St. Anthony's, Michael Elko. And then remember, this St. Anthony's team have allowed 5 goals all season. 4 in 1 game to a very good, very talented Smithtown Hauppauge Red team. This is going to be a good matchup here tonight. Buckle up at home. Fasten those seatbelts because we are about to take off here tonight. Ryan Brown again, LI Sports Network, and you. As East Islip break from the huddle, Azar skates to his net. Already in his net is Elko at the other end of the ice. A couple of absences for both of these teams, neither one fielding a complete roster. As we're set for puck drop and underway in this one, and it's quickly controlled by East Islip, and they'll bank it up the other way and start the forecheck. Van Steen on it, stops at the top of the circle, sends it through just over the stick there of Kearney. Scrum in the corner, dug out by St. Anthony's, kept alive at the blue line by Blaschuk. Blaschuk backhands one across, looking for Kearney, gets on goal, and a tough save early on made by Elko. East Islip testing him early. Held in at the blue line, but turned over. 2-on-2 the other way, fired up the ice. Not going to be an icing as it got deflected on the way in. And now St. Anthony's go to work. Battle in the corner down low, comes up the near side boards. Both teams have a stab at it, and it's banked free to the neutral zone by East Islip. Retreating to get the puck with speed there, Gracie Griffith. Fired up the near side boards, where it can be sent into the zone by Camastro. Of St. Anthony's, played in the corner, up the near side by Kai Kelly. Turned over, St. Anthony's take it back the other way. Coming through the near side, back to the point. Camastro's shot does not get through. Kept in at the blue line, though. Nice little play there by St. Anthony's. It's back in the corner. East Islip trying to get it out once more. Camastro, nice pass out in front. Another pass across. Schlicht was looking for Ferrara. Could not get him. It's Schlicht, the leading point scorer for St. Anthony's, cutting through the slot on his backhand. Good defense. Not really giving him anything to do with that puck as he moved into a dangerous area. And it's fired up the near boards. Not out. Once again kept in by Camastro. And finally, East Islip able to work it out. Fries him. Sends it ahead. That shot deflects on goal, and covering it up swiftly was the netminder Elko. .55 remaining here in period number one. No score yet here in this one. Fowler lost it. Blaschuk checking Welter as it comes into the zone. Pardon me, that's a Giacopi. Meanwhile, in the corner, it's controlled by Aspromonte. Sends it down low. Controlled by Lemaire, who sends it up the far boards, and East Islip are out of the zone. To the red line it goes, where it's banked back in by Ferrara. And East Islip will try to go the other way with it, and the other way with it goes. That's Cummings playing it across, and now up through the neutral zone. Good pass there by Aspromonte. Moving in with a shot, and a save made was Ferrara. And an excellent first save made by Azar. Back to the point, it's blocked. East Islip going to try to go the other way. First attempt doesn't go. Second attempt is out of the zone, but intercepted. Good play by Palladino. Palladino once more as his first attempt doesn't go. Fires that one across where it's redirected into the zone by Giacopi. Stopped by Azar, handed off to his defenseman who fires up the near boards where it can be settled down and flicked out by the Chiefs. St. Anthony's reset, but it's turned over. Moving the other way, Fowler. Fowler joined by Kearney. It's in his skates. Kearney tried to work it free and finally is able to do so, but it's poked just out of the reach of Fowler, who's trying to cut it up to the St. Anthony's end of the ice. More battles continue, and it's Haynes coming away with it and skating it through into the zone, but eventually he's bumped off the puck. Nice defensive play made by Pape. Fired around. where it could be stopped and turned over. Van Steen puts one out in front, and it's taken away. Another good play by Poppy. And now the puck deflects out of play, and we'll get a whistle with 10:51 to go in period number 1. Still no score in this one. Face-off won by East Islip. Harrison almost turned it over, looking to go the other way with speed there was Pape. He had nothing but ice in front of him. Rolled off his stick, however. East Islip take it back. Poked away, and Haynes trying to get it in, unable to do so. Back to the red line and banked ahead once more for Haynes. Poked off his stick. It's another good defensive play, this time by Camastro. And East Islip have to retreat. Change, and catching them on the change is East Islip, and Kearney comes in with it, but a good recovery and clear down the ice by Palladino. East Islip back with it. Van Steen lost it. Skating in now with speed. It's Chero, and Chero passed it back, comes all the way out of the zone. Palladino tries to get things started back up for St. Anthony's. He's unable to do so. Kearney hands off for Haynes. Haynes sends in, where it can be controlled and played by Schlicht. Schlicht up the near boards, where it can be settled down by Giacoppi, who will play it forward, looking for Schlicht out of his reach, and taken back over by the Chiefs in East Islip. Kelly fires that one in, banks wide, comes all the way out the other side. Trying to get that one out with speed, and eventually doing so was Ferrara. St. Anthony's enter the East Islip zone, but a nice defensive play, and East Islip send it right back out. And now moving up with speed is Connors. He gets taken down. Penalty upcoming. And East Islip will go to the game's first power play. It's going to be a tripping call assessed to Alec Giacoppi. He will sit for 2. And this is East Islip's first chance to get the game's first goal, take a 1-0 lead. Lemaire to the far side. That one whipped across into the slot and out of the slot. Trying to flip it out of the zone, but Kelly keeps in and fires one that finds its way into the glove of the St. Anthony's netminder, Michael Elko. Minute 45 to go on the power play. Sent down the length of the ice, where East Islip will have to retreat. A good clear for the Friars. Firing that one up. East Islip went off of a St. Anthony stick, but they're still able to come in. Kearney at the circle, cuts to his backhand and couldn't get around the second defender, Ferrara. Collision at the far boards. Dug out by St. Anthony's and cleared. Unable to hold that one in at the blue line was Jordan Haynes. He'll retreat and start it up the ice. Cutting through center, trying to knife his way through the defense. Gets around a couple and unable to pull the trigger and get around Pape. Back to the point. Comes across to Lemaire. Slows it down, looking for a lane. Puts one out in front, blocked. And cleared the length of the ice by Ferrara. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage for East Islip. Kearney had it, lost it. Struggling to get up ice are East Islip, but getting caught offside was St. Anthony's. And we'll get a whistle. .35 seconds to go on the power play for East Islip. Face-off just outside their zone. One back by East Islip, and Harrison retreats to get it. Fires it across. Comes back the other way to Blaschuk. Blaschuk moves in one-on-one, has some space, fans on it. Takes it back to his backhand. Two Friars converge. Harrison fires in wide. Lemaire backhands it to his teammate down low. Connors has it, lost it, Kept in at the blue line by Lemaire, who winds up a slap shot. It's pad save made by Elko. Back to Lemaire once more. That shot from the point goes wide. Kearney try to play it on for Blaschuk. Unable to do so. Now Blaschuk takes it, backhands it back to the point for Harrison. Harrison moves in. That shot goes off a skate and wide. Regathered by Connors. Blaschuk tried to send it the other way, and he missed it. And St. Anthony's clears. Power play, by the way, has expired for East Islip. First penalty kill of the day for St. Anthony's. They're 1 for 1, 0 for 1 on the power play, East Islip. Firing that one into the zone in deep was Camastro. It's recollected by East Islip. They try to fire it out on the far side. They're unable to do it on the first go-around. And the second, now they take it up, try to get some speed going. Haynes moves in. Haynes, a breakaway, shot it over the net. Just got under that one. Jordan Haynes tied for the East Islip team lead in points, tied for 5th in the league. Meanwhile, the other way, St. Anthony's throws one through the crease and wide. Play continues. Scrum at the near side boards. Haynes fires it up the near side boards. Not quite out on the first attempt. Neither is the second attempt. Haynes trying to just flip it to his teammate. He's able to do so, and East Islip are able to get out of the zone. Shot goes off a pad, and St. Anthony's sent right back in. Kai Kelly attempting to clear. Mazzarone collided with a St. Anthony's player, and that helps the puck get out of the zone for East Islip. Trying to break into the zone and finally able to do so was Palladino as that puck goes through and wide. Got back to the point. That shot banks wide as well. Collision at the far boards. And a nice save made by Azar. Regathered by Schlicht. Back to the point. That's blocked. And East Islip, though, unable to clear. And another attempt does not go. It's blocked by Schlicht, and that shot goes wide off the stick of Giacopi. Friars are back with it. That one goes wide and still having a hard time getting out of the zone. Fowler trying to do his best as that one skips on Azar, who's ready and in position to make the kick save. Comes back out in front and playing it out of harm's way. A good defensive play made by East Islip, and they'll finally be able to make a change. That's Van Steen with it, putting it into the zone. It's cleared to safety by the Friars. They'll start it up once more. That was by far their best shift offensively in the game thus far, creating their best opportunities. In this scoreless tie with 3:53 to go in period number 1. 6-0 St. Anthony's, 4-1 East Islip. Blaschuk, that one banks off of Lemaire in front and harmlessly goes wide. Meanwhile, Blaschuk carries up the other way for East Islip. Centers one, no one on the other end of it. Comes back to Lemaire. Lemaire fires it in deep. Van Steen plays it, and it's turned over and intercepted by the Friars. They'll try to flip it out. Lemaire unable to hold it at the blue line, and the Friars will try it again. And they're able to break it in. Aspromonte fires that one that's blocked away by Azar. Fired back around the other way, the same way. Back to the point. That shot does not get through. Off the stick of Camastro. Blaschuk. 3 aside on the other way. Blaschuk tried to get around defenseman Camastro, and Camastro having none of that. 2-on-2 the other way now for the Friars. That shot deflects high and into the netting and out of play with 2:49 to go in period number 1. We are still scoreless. Hey, you're listening to Suffolk County High School Hockey on LI Sports Network. I'm Ryan Brannigan. And this game is a lot riding on it as we take a look at the standings. 6-0, 6 games played. St. Anthony's 4-1. East Islip, but they have played 2 less games than some teams, 1 less game than the Friars, as Haynes had that one taken away. Connors had it for a moment, lost it. Solid block. Comes back around. Controlling now is Palladino. He's unable to clear. Harrison keeps in at the blue line, only for a moment before it's fired out and played on the backhand there by Azar. Azar getting cheeky with it out of his goal, passing it to his defenseman. Fries him. Meanwhile, nice play made by Haynes. He's got Connors. Haynes shot, deflects out of play off the blocker of Elko. That 2-on-1 might have been the best chance of the period. And a beautiful save at the top of his crease by Michael Elko. Keeps this game scoreless. Face-off to the right of Elko. Won by the Friars. Firing it out to the near side boards. Not quite out, kept in. Great keeping by Brenchowitz. Meanwhile, though, the other way come the Friars and Chero. That one stopped by Azar. Big collision at the blue line. But the more important part was that the puck comes out of the zone for East Islip. Nearly turned over by Connors. Haynes trying to take it right back. Unable to do so. Comes all the way back down low, and that'll be an icing. A little over 1:20 to go in period number 1. Face-off coming all the way back down deep in the Friars' end. Face-off to the left of Michael Elko. Blaschuk to take it for East Islip. Reeve Chero to take it for the Friars. They're making sure Michael Elko is ready to go. He is. Face-off won by East Islip. Fowler sends one out in front. That doesn't go. Rebound. Scores! What a goal! Miles Mazzarone! 1-0 East Islip. And we get the celebration for Mazzarone off a great setup in front. That pass coming from the near boards. It missed its intended target, but it found Mazzarone. It's 1-0 East Islip. With less than a minute now to go in the first period. The Friars try to break out. Kelly intercepts, fires it back the other way. Going to retreat it deep in the zone. Gracie Griffith. Puck comes out. Carrying it up into the zone, Ferrara. Backhands that one, it's blocked by Fowler. Mazzarone lost that one. Deflects. Almost. On goal. Azar nearly had to make a save. He did not. And now the Chiefs are going to ice the puck with about 20 seconds to go in the first period. The goal scored by Mazzarone, Miles Mazzarone, assisted by Fowler, who gets the lone assist to this point. Face-off to the left of Azar. Haynes wins it forward, but unable to get it out. Lemaire back to get it, missed it. Now a chance for St. Anthony's. That doesn't go. Trying to fire it out the other way, and it is out of the zone. Going to retreat to collect there for the Friars, and that'll do it. For period number 1, it was scoreless for the majority of the period, but that's when Miles Mazzarone for East Islip broke the tie, scoring it 111. Assisting to play, Christian Fowler. And that's where we have it. 1-0 East Islip at the end of one. You're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of the SCHSHL. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and we'll be right back for period number 2. Stick with us. And as the players break from their respective benches, we are ready for second period action. East Islip Chiefs leading the St. Anthony's Friars by a score of 1-0. A goal coming from Miles Mazzarone with just a minute left in the period. Breaking the scoreless tie as East Islip fire in. Deep into the Friar end. Controlled and played by Palladino. To the near boards where it's deflected and intercepted, but unable to hold it through. DeFalco keeps in for East Islip. Had it go past his stick, but kept alive at the blue line. Nice play by Lemaire. It's Haynes down low. Lost it in the mix of a bunch of players, and the Friars able to break out. Moving in with speed and dropping off for his teammate, but in the process drawing himself offside. Aiden Pape. He was trying to get it across to Ryan Welter. Instead we get an offsides, face off just outside the East Islip zone. Coming on to take the draw, Giacopi. He was responsible for the only penalty of period number 1. East Islip send up the near side. Boards kept alive at the blue line by Griffith. Sent across the other way for Ferrara. Ferrara challenged by Friesem. Comes to the back of the East Islip net. Behind Azar. Collision the near boards, and it's Fowler coming away with it. 2-on-1 if they hustle. Fowler shot. Glove save. Rebound goes wide. Elko lost his net. And it's fired out of the zone, mercifully so, by the Friars to prevent any more potential chances for East Islip there. What an opportunity on the rebound. Unable to get a goal out of it. Mazzarone, speaking of goals, the goal scorer for East Islip, fires it around. Fowler had lost it, kept alive for the moment by St. Anthony's, but now comes all the way back down to Griffith. Gracie Griffith. She's got the puck, pulls it around the net, banks it up the boards. Only as far as Kelly, who will fire that one across for Lemaire, who flips it. It's deflected down by Giacopi. And ultimately on the stick of Ferrara, who fires in. That one's going to bounce harmlessly wide of Azar. Collected and fired up with enthusiasm was Kai Kelly. That one comes all the way back down into the St. Anthony's end. We'll get a whistle here. A bit late for an icing, so not exactly sure what we have here. Potentially a penalty. I'm not sure what the call is, but it's going to result in a St. Anthony's power play, their first of the game. An opportunity to get this game tied up for the unbeaten Friars. No, you know what? They're shorthanded. My apologies. It's a power play opportunity for East Islip. Sitting in the box is Anthony Aspromonte. Lemaire tried to send it back into the direction of Haynes. He was going towards the net. That one's fired out all the way down by Palladino. And Azar out to get it. It goes between his legs. He's got to hustle to get back to the net because the Friars have the puck behind the net, and he's able to make the save. Azar recovers. And they say the officials signal no goal. You know what? St. Anthony's and Reeve Chero thought that went in. Officials say it did not. That would have been quite the gaffe for goaltender Joey Azar. But it remains 1-0, and East Islip break it out of the zone, but St. Anthony's send it right back. $1:20 to go on the man advantage for the Chiefs. Lemaire carries up the ice, looks for Kearney. Too far for him, but it still banks into the zone, and that's where East Islip gain control. Slap shot from Lemaire through a lot of traffic. Save, rebound, pops into the air and in over the goaltender Elko. A power play goal for East Islip. They lead it 2-0. The puck just deflected in front of the net, popped straight up into the air and over the goaltender Elko, who had dropped into the butterfly. And it's 2-0 East Islip. Bit of a wonky goal, a power play goal. Chiefs officially now 1 for 2 on the man advantage. In change, St. Anthony's 1 for 2 on the penalty kill. Battle in the near boards, comes free and in front of the net. Haynes was there, but he was tied up by 2 Friars, and that puck sent right back in by the Chiefs. Playing it around was Griffith to her partner. And losing it, taking back the other way, making a whole cluster of moves was Connors, but meanwhile leaking behind the defense was Welter. It's a foot race, and Friesum gets there. Welter still gets a shot off, and Azar right there to slam the door. Faceoff coming to the left of the aforementioned goaltender for East Islip with about 10:45 to go in period number 2. Offensive zone faceoff for the Friars, who find themselves in uncharted waters. I mentioned coming into this game, they've only allowed 5 goals the whole season, 4 of them coming against one team, Smithtown Hop Hog, their red team. And they find themselves down by 2 to East Islip. East Islip, who fell to those same Smithtown Hop Hog Red Bulls by a score of 4-2. 2-on-2, now 2-on-3 the other way, but falling down was Brenchowitz. St. Anthony's able to set up. Here's a shot from Palladino. Save made by Azar. Right in the chest. Perfect possession. That one sent out in front and just missed. Comes back to the point for a shot that deflects wide off the stick of Cummings. And a delayed penalty as that puck gets set out in the front of the net and cleared aside by Connors. St. Anthony's are going to go to the power play, though. It'll be their first chance with the man advantage. Lemaire is going to head off for an elbow for East Islip. Here's your chance for St. Anthony's to cut the East Islip lead in half. Face-off to the right of Azar, won by East Islip. They'll chip it up the far boards and all the way down off the stick of Haynes. Lemaire is back to get it. Fires it along for Schlicht. Schlicht led it ahead for Chero. Chero lost it, and now they're offsides as a slowdown at the blue line will do that. Chero, Muller, Schlicht up front. Griffith on the back end, joined by Camastro. That one by Muller. Spins it into the zone, right on the stick of Harrison, who will fire it down the length of the ice for East Islip on goal, where it stopped by Elko. St. Anthony's gets started right back up the other way. Muller moves in. That shot, save made by Azar. Rebound, Muller. That one stopped by Azar, and he'll freeze it. There's a minute and 6 seconds remaining on the power play for St. Anthony's. 9:04 to go in the period. Face off to the right of the East Islip netminder. Haynes to take the draw for East Islip and wins it. Harrison will try the middle of the ice. It goes off of a player welter in front, and we're going to get a whistle here. Do we see another penalty here? We might. Going to get a hooking call, and that's going to put an end to the power play for St. Anthony's as Alec Giacoppi makes his way to the box for the second time this evening. So we'll do four-side for 56 seconds, and then a minute and 4-second power play for East Islip will commence. Harrison fires in deep. Battle between Kearney down low and Camastro. Stopped by Harrison at the point. That shot deflects up and over. Kelly comes into the near side circle. Fires that one. Save made. No rebound from Elko. .33 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey remain. Haynes with Kearney. Kelly and Harrison on the back end for East Islip. That one cleared the length of the ice. That will be no icing. Does not reach the goal line. Harrison flips it up the near side boards. Held in by Griffith. Griffith fires it in deep. Harrison back on it for East Islip. Plays it on the far side boards. Kept alive. It's a nice play made by Camastro. Harrison trying to get it over to Kearney. Kearney had it, lost it to Griffith. Griffith still battling. And eventually it's taken away and started up the other way by Haynes with speed. It's a 2-on-1. Now a 2-on-2. Patting a sauce across for Lemaire. Doesn't go. Lemaire fires in deep. Kearney pins it to the boards. 45 seconds of power play time. For East Islip has turned now into 36 seconds of St. Anthony's clear it. Turned over and fired all the way back down by the Friars. 25 seconds ago on the power play for East Islip. Kicks back to the blue line where it's controlled by Pape. Pape tried to finesse it through, wouldn't go, and East Islip started up the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry, and it is a 3-on-2 over the blue line. Shot from Kearney, save, rebound, shot, scores! What a goal! That's Kyle Kearney. He makes it 3-0 East Islip. And we'll take another look. It's a 3-on-2. And that's exactly how you want your 3-on-2 to work. They run that drill so often, and that is exactly what you want when you do that drill. Puck gets to the back of the net, and East Islip 3-0 over St. Anthony's. Here, with over 9 minutes gone by in period number 2, as that one is gloved and held by Elko. Not much for Elko to do on that last goal as he makes the initial stop, unable to get the rebound. And again, for a team that's only allowed 5 goals coming in, they've now allowed 3 through a little over a period and a half to East Islip, finding themselves in a similar position that they did against another tough foe in Smithtown-Oppog. Difference is they won that game. Will they win this one? Well, yeah, we're yet to find out. Kelly fires it around. Friesen lets it go past to Connors, who flips it up just out of the reach there of DeFalco and cut back the other way by Griffith. Griffith moves in on her forehand, looking for some help in front of the net. She's cut off there by Fallon, and it's fired out of the zone. A nice play there, pardon me, by Brian Friesen, not Fowler. Meanwhile, Blaschuk tried to get his way through. He could not. Kicks back to Kelly, who fires in deep. Griffith to Palladino, back to Griffith down low. Now Ferrara skates up the ice for St. Anthony's. Had it poked off his stick, and he'll send it in deep. Fowler fires it right back in which the way it came. Comes all the way out of the zone. Recollected and send coming back with it. Ferrara lost it. Haynes, nice move to the backhand. Could not fire a shot away. Instead gets it back for Lemaire. His shot deflects wide. Brenchwitz across for Haynes, who had the one-timer teed up, and it just went out of his range for a moment. And that puck is just tapped on to the goaltender, Elko, who makes another save. With just under 5 minutes to go in period number 2, 3-0, East Islip are leading the St. Anthony's Friars. Face off to the right of Elko, won by the Friars. Harrison unable to keep in. And a nice recovery, though, by Harrison to prevent the odd man rush. Fowler comes back with it onto his forehand in the circle. Shot off the side of the net. Got a bit of a reaction from the fans on that side who looked like it had gone in. Meanwhile, 2-on-2, 3-on-3 across the blue line. Firing in deep there is Aspromonte. And coming away with it, though, is Harrison. Harrison skating it in over the blue line. Got it across to Haynes. Fires, save, rebound again, and scores! Harrison! 4-0 East Islip. Another shot, save, rebound. Nobody got Harrison, as he was all by himself to backhand in a rebound. And East Islip are stunning the unbeaten St. Anthony's Friars 4-0 with 4:10 to go in period number 2. Blaschuk wins the draw, but it could not go on to a defenseman, and hustling up the ice to make a play on it, Welter. Welter sends it across, fries him there, though. Ferrara forechecking for the Friars. Dug out and sent the other way. Kept alive for the moment by St. Anthony's, but Blaschuk carries out. Moves his way in, cuts to the forehand, gets taken down, delayed penalty. And East Islip are going to go to the power play where they're 1 for 2. It's all technically 1 for 3 on the night. They had that abbreviated power play earlier in the period. They also scored a full power play goal, a full minute power play goal earlier in this second period as well. It's Giacoppi making his way to the box for a third time in the game for St. Anthony's. Face-off eventually comes back to the point. It's deflected, and a great glove save made by Elko. Off the deflection in front, that's a tricky one. Blaschuk, Haynes, and Kearney up front for East Islip. Comes back, there's a one-timer for Haynes. What a save made by Elko. Absolutely robs Haynes. Meanwhile, the other way, short-handed chance, scores! What a turn of events! A beautiful goal from Chavo. It's 4-1. And that's a two-goal swing. An amazing stop at one end leads to a goal on the other end. And St. Anthony's are only down by 3. Well, they still got a minute and 27 seconds of penalty to kill. Griffith, nice defensive play. And out comes St. Anthony's. Lemaire, though, keeps it in. Takes a hit to do so in the process, but out comes St. Anthony's, turned over. Haynes tried to kick it up the other way, but that's a good play by Griffith to poke check it off the stick of Haynes. Haynes trying to come right back in with it. He does. Takes it to the backhand. Now to the forehand. Save, Elko! How big has Michael Elko been lately for St. Anthony's? Making sure East Islip aren't able to pull any further ahead. A minute exactly remains on the power play. Blaschuk to take the draw. He wins it back to Friesen. Friesen plays it to Harrison. Harrison sends it around for Kearney. Kearney plays it around for Connors. Everything to the outside at the moment. Friesen back to Connors. He'll cut in to Blaschuk in the slot. That's blocked by Griffith. Blaschuk has it back. Griffith without a stick. And eventually it's fired out of the zone. Not quite. Kept alive by Harrison. And no, that's not out either. Now it trickles out. Connors comes out with the puck, plays it back to Friesen. Now for Kearney. Kearney, hard on the stick, plays it into the zone to himself, comes back for a shot that deflects up and over. And that came off the stick of Blaschuk. Big collision at the near side boards will get the referee's arm up in the air. 7 seconds to go on the power play for East Islip. And we're going to see who will be, it's going to be joining Giacoppi in the box is Joey Camastro. So it'll be 7 seconds of 5-on-3. For East Islip to once again restore a 4-goal lead. Face-off, the all-important face-off, won by East Islip. Shot fanned on in the slot and unable to, and that's a good stop made by Elko. Goes the length of the ice. It's going to be now a 5-on-4 for a minute and 40 seconds. And we're going to get a stoppage in play. .124 to go, period number 1. And we're going to skate 4 aside. Haynes sends it into the St. Anthony's zone. Now, they're not the St. Friars. They are St. Anthony's Friars, however. Lemaire for East Islip sends in. 55 seconds to go in the second period. 4-1 East Islip leading the Friars. The unbeaten 6-0 St. Anthony's Friars. There we go again. Elko steers that one aside. Intercepted. Haynes comes away with it. And the dying moments of the second period. Jordan Haynes takes it around the net. Takes a couple of Friars with him. Back to Lemaire. That shot deflects and is blocked. It's a good block by Aiden Pepe. Lemaire fires it down low. Looking for Connors. Instead, he finds Chero. Dug out by Schlicht, who will skate it up in the dying seconds of period number 2. Schlicht goes end-to-end. Schlicht to the backhand, scores! A buzzer beater goal for Dylan Schlicht. 4-2, St. Anthony's cut the lead in half. It's a goal certainly worth another look. Well, I try to get the replay going. We head to intermission. And what a game this has been. East Islip lead it 4-2. But with 2 seconds left in the second period, they led it 4-1. An unbelievable goal going end to end. Dylan Schlicht, his second point of the night, makes it 4-2. I'm Ryan Browning, and you're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of the SCHSHL. We'll be right back with period number 3. Stay with us. Welcome back. Third period now underway. As that shot deflects side. It's an abbreviated power play for St. Anthony's. Gets cleared all the way down the ice on for Elko, and he'll hold. 11 seconds left of the power play. You're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and it has been an absolute barn burner at the freshman level between East Islip and St. Anthony's. East Islip once led 4-0, but 2 straight goals from the Friars, including a buzzer beater from Schlicht with less than a second to go in period number 1. Have ourselves a third period in which the Friars only trail by 2. Ferrara fires that one on goal, kicked away by Azar. Comes back to the point for Cummings. Cummings sends in deep. And Harrison comes away with it, skates it up the ice on his backhand. Now cuts to the middle. Plays it back to his backhand. Harrison across. What a pass! And the shot just goes wide. Rebound comes out in front, coming out of nowhere. Did he get a piece of it, Elko? I'm not sure. A huge opportunity for East Islip to get themselves back in front by 3. Goes by the wayside. Meanwhile, shrugging off a player was Muller and getting taken down, no call. Meanwhile, Haynes the other way with Kearney. Jordan Haynes circles back, bumped off the puck. Nice defensive play. And skating away with it with speed. Reeve Chero fires that one back out in front. It's stopped down, turned and shot, save, rebound off the side of the net. Initial shot came off the stick of Welter. Played at the far side, comes back across, settled down by Welter. Ryan Welter tried to bank it to the blue line, and it's not able to get there from the great pressure caused by Kearney. Stopped by Haynes for the moment, but able to skate it out. Palladino takes it to the forehand. Shot, blocker, save by Azar. It's a great save, hugging the post there, giving nothing upstairs. He did not go down early. Mazzarone, he opened the scoring for East Islip, sends it in deep, where it can be gathered by Aiden Pape. Pape, that goes off the back of one of his players, and in particular it's Aspromonte. And back it comes, deep in the Friar zone. Aspromonte lost that one. Blaschuk fires across. Shot from Mazzarone. Save made by Elko. Friars had it, lost it. Now they got it back, and they try to work it out of the zone. Lemaire chasing this one down. The right-handed defenseman playing on the left side goes from right to left and plays it out of the zone. Comes back in the possession of Gracie Griffith. She'll send it up, and that one is just a little too far and out of the reach of Alec Giacopi, and will go all the way down for end icing. .11:40 to go in regulation. East Islip 4, St. Anthony's 2. Haynes to take the draw to the left of Elko and wins it. Kelly from the point. That's deflected just wide by Haynes. Great job to position himself to even deflect the shot to begin with, and he just missed. Friesem had it, lost it, takes it back. Fired back down low. Chips one out of the zone. 2-on-1 developing. Haynes to Verstein. Great save made by Elko. Got it with the blocker. And the 2-on-1 gets denied, and the Friars keep it within 2 as they chip it out of the zone. Skating hard after it is Nicholas Muller. Chipped by Kelly, but not out of the zone. Van Steen fires up the near side, kept alive by the Friars. And that's Muller colliding with Van Steen, both wearing 97. Comes all the way out of the zone, forced to retreat. Behind the Friar net to get it there was Pape. Friars chip it out of the zone. It's going to go all the way down and become an icing. That's not what you want there if you're the St. Anthony's Friars. 10:28 to go in period number 3. Face-off coming back down deep into Friar zone. Face-off coming to the left of Elko, who has made some absolutely phenomenal saves to keep the Friars in this one. You gotta remember those saves, if indeed the Friars do come back, as part of a big reason why. Meanwhile, skating it end-to-end, Reeve Chero puts one out in front, eventually came on the stick of Schlicht, and I think it just deflected wide. Azar might have gotten a piece. Blaschuk the other way. Nice little passing, comes on the stick of Connors, gets around one Friar, fires from a sharp angle. That one never got through. Connor's stick goes flying, and we've got a delayed penalty. East Islip going to go back to the power play. And touching up now is Dylan Schlicht with 9:47 to go in period number 3, trailing by 2. St. Anthony's will have to go to the power play. Keep in mind that outrageous, phenomenal short goal by Schlicht, kind of buried the lead there, was a shorthanded goal with just less than a second to go in period 2. So despite being shorthanded, they're still dangerous, are the Friars. Pape heads off for the penalty. Face-off 1 by East Islip. That one just goes wide. Played back out in front. Kelly gets on it. Kelly, that one went off the mast of Schlicht. Shot from the point goes wide off the boards. Out in front, they score! Just how you drew it up, and sending it into the back of the net was Evan Connors. And East Islip score on the power play to make it 5-2. Face-off comes into the East Islip end. They restore their 3-goal lead. Haynes chips it out. Mazzarone skating it into the Friar end, hounded from behind, and it's great back check from Gracie Griffith. And the Friars take it right back the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry, but turning it over, and Brandon Brenchowitz sends it right back the other way. There's another turnover. Fowler moves in, backhands one. That would look like to be a shot. All the way across on the stick of Haynes. Gets it to Mazzarone. Stops, fires, save made Elko. That one off the stick of Fowler, and falling to the ice was Mazzarone. And St. Anthony's come out the other way. Great back check from Haynes. Puts an end to the St. Anthony's rush. Back to get it and settling it down, Ryan Welter. Turns it over to Mazzarone, who fires on goal, and Elko makes the stop and will hold with 8:14 to go in period number 3. East Islip restore their 3-goal lead and lead it 5-2. Face-off 1 by East Islip. Friesham's shot gets blocked down in front. Blaschuk fires one that goes wide off his backhand. Comes up the near side boards. It's Schlicht. Surrounded by East Islip players. Eventually works it onto the back where it could be reset and fired up the far side. And there's a collision. And Van Steen takes it back up the other way for the Chiefs. Sends it across, looking for Kearney. Kearney smooshed up against the boards by 2 Friars. Blaschuk comes over to help his teammate out and eventually takes away the puck. Lost it, but Kearney takes it right back and fires it around to the far side. Friesam takes it on his backhand. He's bumped by Camastro. Comes back to Friesam. Tees one up, shot, save made Elko. He was looking for the rebound. It bounced to the corner. St. Anthony's gets it out. It's just out of the reach of Schlicht. Back the other way come the Friars. That shot from long range stopped by Azar. Scrum in the corner. Dug out by the Chiefs in East Islip. Trying to carry it out and unable to do so as Kearney will get a whistle. We're going to see another penalty here. Heading off for St. Anthony's. To the box they go. Reeve Chiro. Power play for East Islip and a chance to really put this one out of reach. Blaschuk in the corner. Sends it back for Kelly. Kai Kelly fires in deep. Comes all the way around to Haynes. Haynes on his forehand. Cross to Kearney. Kearney, that shot blocked. Chips it back for Kai Kelly. Cross for Lemaire. Lemaire throws one to the net. And that one bounced off the side of the net where it can be regathered by Haynes, who fires a sharp angle shot that also went off the side of the net. Kelly chips it in deep. Kearney battling 3 Friars. Nearly came away with it. They're still struggling to get it out on the near side, and it's kept in deep by Kelly. Picked up by Haynes. Lost it just at the last moment, but unable to get it out St. Anthony's, and they're looking to cheat the other way to look for an odd man rush shorthanded. Haynes, got to be careful with that. Could end up in the back of the net as that one comes out in the front of the slot. Doesn't go. St. Anthony's still looking for that rush up the ice, and now maybe they'll get it. Ferrara gets sent back. Blaschuk there. Kelly to Haynes, now Lemaire. Fires that one wide of the net. Comes out the other side. Their most recent goal came very similar to that. Kai Kelly making sure St. Anthony's can't go the other way. Shorthanded, it's taken back by Haynes, who moves in to the forehand shot. Glove save made by Elko, and he'll freeze it with 23 seconds to go on the East Islip power play. A much cleaner game, penalty-wise, has been played by East Islip. For St. Anthony's, they have spent a lot of time in the penalty box, and that could very well come down to being a reason why they lose this game. If indeed they do. 4:55 to go in the third period. Blaschuk lost it. Friars try to take away. Schlicht tries to play it. Turned over. And with speed the other way comes Blaschuk. Makes a couple of moves off the puck. Back it comes now to Connors. Fires one in. Sticked aside by Elko. Giacoppi. Lost it. Here comes Muller. Plays it to the back where Palladino could try to fire in deep. Penalty is over. Successful kill for the Friars. DeFalco comes on it for East Islip. Chips it to Haynes. Gets checked in the process. St. Anthony's come back away with it. Schlicht to the point. Palladino shot in traffic. Azar got it. Doesn't know where it is. It's steered to safety by the Chiefs. Held in at the blue line by Muller. And unable to hold that one in. Potential 2-on-1 the other way, but a good defensive play. No! Looks like a penalty. Aiden Pape goes to the box, and he's very frustrated. Throwing his stick in the process. And with 3:40 to go, power play for East Islip. Back to the point, that shot glove save made by Elko. Face off. One, East Islip. Try to get that one out in front. Taken back the other way And it comes to Welter. Ryan Welter puts that one on goal. It's underneath the pad of Azar, and he'll hold it. 3:07 to go in regulation, minute 27 to go on the minor penalty to Aiden Pape. Face off one in the defensive end by East Islip. Getting there first on the far corner was Ferrara. Van Steen chips it ahead, looking for Cairns out of his reach. And sent back the other way by Cummings. Here's Schlicht, short-handed. At the circle, shot! Standing up and making the save was Azar. Joey Azar. Not sure if I've given him enough credit. He's been phenomenal in this one. Making all the saves he's supposed to make. That goal from Schlicht. Not sure how you stop it. What a play. And the goal before that, the Reeve Chiro goal. Also not sure how you stop. Meanwhile, Haynes the other way. Splits the D, goes inside, outside, and takes it to his back end before looking for a teammate in Kearney. So unselfish is Jordan Haynes. He's been setting up his teammates all night. A big part of why they lead it 5-2 is Lemaire fires that one into the glove of Elko. There's 29 seconds to go on the power play for East Islip. There's 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the game. Is it an insurmountable 3-goal lead?